A direct descendant of the sharp-edged Countach that practically coined the term exotic, the Lamborghini Diablo retains the mid-mounted 4-cam V12, swing-up doors, and all the excitement of the original in a more rounded, smoothed-over form. Look closely and you'll see slightly larger engine air intakes and brake ducts that are the distinguishing marks of the VT, the all-wheel drive version of the Diablo. With its all-wheel drive system configured to drive the front wheels only when the rears start spinning, the Diablo VT retains its rear. The roots of the Lamborghini Diablo go back to a small factory in Cento, Italy, where a mechanic-turned-industrialist started his career building all-wheel drive that incorporates a mid-mounted viscous coupling helps put the VT's monstrous 492 horsepower to the ground. Chassis construction is similar to the Ferraris with a tubular space frame, but aluminum alloy body panels are Italian style, beauty, speed, comfort, exclusivity. The Ferrari 512 TR has it in droves. Able to play the roles of high-speed Grand Tourer or sports car equally well, this Ferrari is not at all nervous or high-strung. Despite being 55 pounds heavier than its predecessor, the 512 TR's additional 41 horsepower get it to 60 miles per hour. Arguably the most victorious and longest-lasting competitor in automobile racing history, the Ferrari marque owes its success to Enzo Ferrari. Besides making some of the most glorious mechanical noises on Earth, the 512 TR's all-aluminum flat 12 is a thing of beauty, with intake casting. Whisked from car show sweetheart to production vehicle in just 3 years, the Viper has put Chrysler back on the supercar map in bold block lettering. The approach is brute force rather than finesse, as the Viper is really a car built around its engine, a thundering 400 horsepower. With its short wheelbase and an impressive 450 pound-feet of torque, the Viper can feel twitchy when exiting low-speed corners if you're not smooth on the throttle. Although claimed by some to be Chrysler's first true two-seat sports car, the Viper is based on the by far the largest production car engine sold in the US today. The Viper's 8-liter all-aluminum V10 shares the arc... Carrying 200 pounds more than a standard Corvette and wearing wider tires, the ZR1 is a little less nimble, but more than makes up for this. Long heralded as America's sports car, the ZR1 is the most powerful production Corvette ever made, foregoing the standard pushrod V8 for one with 4 cams, 32 valves, and 405 horsepower. The ZR1's LT5 engine is a multinational effort, with engineering as... The Corvette's structure is unusual, with fiberglass panels that are bonded to a skeletal steel frame. This structure exhibits some flex, which takes away from the feel of precision. Chevrolet introduced the Corvette in 1953 as the all-American answer to the very popular British roadsters of that era. Named after... The desert heat has taken its... With 59% of its 3,065 pounds borne by the rear wheels, the 911's tail can still be made to step out by lifting off the throttle or... Few designs have been as long-lived as the Porsche 911 or as successfully updated. Its instantly recognizable silhouette has been around for more than 30 years, but with each revision, this rear-engined, air-cooled, flat-six-powered sports car from Zuffenhausen has been made to corner more aggressively, accelerate harder, stop shorter. As Ferdinand Porsche was commissioned to design the Volkswagen Beetle well before World War II, it's not surprising. The 911's air-cooled flat-six engine has always been its most intriguing feature, with its belt-driven cooling fan. Defeat the standard traction control, and the Super will take you to 60 miles per hour in a torrid 5 seconds flat, helped by a slick shifting 6-speed with throws as short from its enormous front air intakes to the clusters of tiny taillights under a towering F40 style wing. Toyota Supra is a powerful styling statement. It also has muscle beneath its hood to match those looks. A 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 engine makes 320 horsepower, which ties it with... The origin of the Supra dates back to 1971, when Toyota introduced the Celica as an economical 4-cylinder sports coupe. It was 8 years later that Toyota decided to... Like all the Supras before it, this version uses an inline-6 with a cast-iron block and aluminum head, a twin camshaft, sequential twin turbos, and a... Honda shook the automotive world by its lapels in 1991 with the introduction of the NSX, a 168-mile-per-hour exotic with an all-aluminum unit body and a 270-horsepower mid-mounted V6. Not only was it quick, agile, and forgiving to the inexperienced driver. While it may not be the most powerful exotic, the NSX's trim 3,000-pound curb weight makes the most of the power it has got. Honda, already famous as the world's biggest and most successful motorcycle manufacturer, displayed its first road car at the 1962 Honda ekes 270 horsepower out of its 4-cam 3-liter V6, using such pricey metals as aluminum and titanium, and its ingenious VTEC system, which employs two distinct camshaft lobe profiles. Wheel hop off the line hinders drag strip starts, but once underway, the RX-7 is explosively fast. The transit lightweight, powerful, and shapely. The RX-7 is a driver's car that's also a treat for the eyes. The world's only Wankel-powered sports car boasts 255 horsepower and a curb weight of just 2,850. Mazda's introduction of the RX-7 in 1978 was thought by many to be the most significant new sports car. At the RX-7's heart is a two-rotor, 255-horsepower Wankel engine, fortified by a twin turbocharger system that transitions from primary to secondary turbo. At the RX-7's heart is a two-rotor, 255-horsepower.
Well, I do believe I got me my first UFO capture. You better start turning green real fast, Gizmo, or the National Enquirer ain't gonna buy my story.